It sure is, partner. And you know, it's always a huge event whenever Smackdown comes to the city that never sleeps.
You can show off for the crowd if you want, but all that does is let your opponent rest up.
Actually, I think it's a great display of confidence on the part of this great superstar. A textbook reversal. Can he follow up? Look at that. That's going to go over big with the fans and build some momentum at the same time.
You got to watch out for your opponent when they're getting fired up like this. Even if you wind up winning a match like this, you're going to be fighting for the next week.
Yes, but that's the case if you lose as well. And having to deal with emotional as well as physical pain is that much worse.
Hey, it's pretty insightful for a guy who's never wrestled a match in his life.
Well, I've been in the locker room after a match and seen the superstars who don't get their hands raised. You can literally feel the disappointment radiating off them. It's not a pretty sight. Each of these competitors is looking for the slightest hint of weakness in the other.
That's the law of the jungle, and injured superstars like a wounded animal. It's survival of the fittest.
And that also means that if you're not at 100%, you've got to be able to hide it from your opponent.
That's absolutely right. This business is as psychological as it is physical. You can't let your opponents think you're easy pickings.
Well, I wouldn't consider any of these superstars to be easy pickings, no matter how beaten up they get.
There's no doubt in my mind that Mark Henry is the world's strongest man. The power of this guy is absolutely incredible.
It's downright scary is what it is. We've seen Mark Henry absolutely destroy his opponents, and I hope we're not going to see more of the same tonight.
Look, anyone who gets in the ring with Mark Henry knows exactly what to expect, and if they're dumb enough to do it, that's their problem.
I think these fans have had just about enough of King Booker.
That's because these fans have no respect for his accomplishments. Don't forget, he's a 5-time WCW champion.
WCW was a long time ago, partner, and quite frankly, Booker's attitude was a lot better in those days.
Yeah? Well, his attitude won him the World Heavyweight Championship here on Smackdown, and that's something all the cheering fans in the world couldn't do for him.
He's got him hanging off of the apron, and he's grinding his forearm right into the facial features of his opponent.
That's gonna leave a mark, believe you me.
There's the forearm grind, a painful maneuver.
That's all about showing your opponent who's in charge right there. He's setting his opponent up.
A vicious chop to the chest.
He sure isn't going easy on his opponent. Look at the way he's grinding that forearm right into the face.
I can only imagine how excruciating that must be. What a reversal.
This has been a great match so far, but I think it's pretty obvious which way it's going.
Oh, really? Are you willing to go out on a limb and actually make a guess then?
There's no guesswork involved, but if you're going to be snippy, I'm just going to keep my mouth shut.
Wow, if I knew it was that easy, I would have said that years ago.
This one's turned into a fight, pure and simple.
We knew it was going to be intense. We knew it was going to be physical. But I don't think anyone was prepared for this.
I gotta admit, it took me by surprise, and that doesn't happen often.
That's an understatement. You've been in hundreds of matches in your career. We both called hundreds more. We usually have a pretty good idea of what to expect, but not this time.
I guess it just goes to show you anything can happen here in the WWE.
I don't think anyone in this match has even considered that they might not walk out the winner.
Of course not. That's the kind of attitude that gets you beat quicker than anything.
And that's something I don't think people realize. The mental conditioning of the WWE superstars is and it's a flurry of closed fist punches in that turnbuckle.
And I bet I know how many we're gonna see. These superstars have been giving it everything they've got all night.
They sure have. And that's where the superb conditioning of the WWE superstars comes into play.
Yeah, you're not going to win a match if you're blown up 2 minutes into it.
You can say that again. I've seen matches won and lost simply because one superstar was able to outlast their opponent.
No one else in this business can take an opponent apart the way he can.
You say that like it's a good thing. I wish Henry would focus more on winning matches and less on ending careers.
I love Booker's attitude. He doesn't care what the fans think. He's focused on winning, and that's it. Well, look at this. Pandering to the crowd.
Nothing wrong with keeping the paying customers happy while you build some momentum.
It's crazy to think that we actually get paid to do a job like this. There's thousands of people out there who would do this for free.
Really? Maybe I should. Here it is. He's building up a head of steam, and he's about to let his opponent have it.
And if his opponent is smart, he'll get the hell out of there. Man, I don't want this match to end.
I'm with you, partner. But it's got to end sooner or later.
Well, whichever way it goes, no one can say that these superstars didn't give it everything they got. Nice quick counter there. When I first heard about this match, I wasn't sure what to think, but these superstars are blowing me away.
Really? As soon as I heard about it, I expected a tremendous matchup, and I haven't been disappointed.
I didn't say I'm not disappointed, but I'll talk about getting stuck with you as a broadcast partner some other time. You can't let that break your focus, but that's easier said than done.
I'll never understand why Mark Henry resorts to such brutal tactics. He's already the world's strongest man. What has he got left to prove?
Listen, every time Henry gets in that ring with someone, he's sending a message to the whole locker room. And that's what you...
That's just about the last position you want to find yourself in.
And I don't care how tough you are. That hurts like hell. You feel like a jerk when someone counters you like that.
I like Booker a lot better before he discovered his royal heritage.
Yeah, but it wasn't until he stopped caring about the fans that he finally won the World Heavyweight Championship.
What's the point of being champion if you lose the respect of the WWE fans? Oh, wait, I think I'm asking the wrong person.
Talk about superstars who don't have an ounce of quit between them. You're looking at them right here.
And that's a potentially dangerous mindset to be in. If you're too proud to realize that you're in trouble, you might wind up risking your career for a single match.
Hey, you got to be in there every single match and be willing to do whatever it takes. You know that if you actually ever step between those ropes.
I don't have to have been in a match to realize that jeopardizing my future for the sake of one match is incredibly short-sighted.
You know, I'm going to replace you with somebody who actually knows what they're talking about. Maybe Carlito. He might be a little tough to understand sometimes, but at least he knows what it's like to wrestle a match. There's the reversal. There isn't an ounce of quit in these superstars.
There certainly isn't. They're in this one to the bitter end. Oh! Watching these superstars go at it reminds me why I prefer to stay on this side of the announce. I think we know what he's going for here.
We sure do, and there it is, world's strongest man.
1, 2, 3, 4. I certainly don't envy the referee in this match.
6. No kidding. No matter what call you make, you're going to get on the bad side of at least one superstar.
9. And that's about the last place you want to be if you're not